Are we live? Why, yes, we are. Oh my gosh. So, okay. Hi, everybody. By the which I mean, I'm surprised to see that there was actually two people waiting there at the moment that I'm starting because, about half an hour ago now, quarter after, I guess 7 game time, I got a DM like, hey, have you considered doing Skytower? And, I hadn't. Probably should though. So I've joined in on this raid here, one of the guild raids that's going to be starting in 6 minutes, and then we're gonna go. Oh, I'm not late, but I didn't get to make a coffee, so we'll see how that goes. In terms of preparing for the tower, I'm really not expecting there to be anybody here today, um, because this is extremely impromptu. I figure I'll go ahead and Mario. This is my partner in crime for today, I suppose. The one that reminded me that doing Skytower might be a good idea. I'm thinking I'm just gonna kind of explain the floors as we go because nobody needs to know how to do these old floors. They take so fast that you don't even get to see the mechanics on most of them with the modern equipment. Because this is a raid that was intended for players that are like level 60, 60 to like 80. I think 70 was the cap level when it first started, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Anyway, so there was something else I wanted to test, and in fact, I wanted to do it on Friday, but Friday, things happened. Friday was Friday. I should just not stream on Fridays. I should not plan to stream on Fridays. So as you probably know, Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming out relatively soon, but just because the composer for it is Sawano Hiroyuki, I figured the music might get claimed, so I'm debating whether or not I should just put on the soundtrack from Xenoblade Chronicles X and see whether or not it gets claimed or not, or mutes the stream. Maybe. I don't know if it gets muted how to get it back because I've never had that happen before. But you know, give it a test, see whether or not I can play Xenoblade Chronicles X for a live stream and not have it get muted. Because I actually took a couple days off work for it. I took a couple days off work so that I could play the Xenoblade Chronicles X when it comes out. A lot. um, right, 3 minutes till start. I suppose I should at least put on some kind of music, even if I don't go for Xenoblade X right now. Um, the tower itself is probably only about an hour. I feel like it's about an hour. Um, okay, we'll just put on Xenoblade Chronicles 3. If it goes mute, I don't know what to do. So maybe I'll do like a private stream with the soundtrack from X, and we can test that. Yeah, gather floors do take a decent amount of time there, Plinko. Man, the other thing I wanted to test today was I got a connection to plug my tablet into the PC and then use that as like a notepad that you guys would be able to see what I was writing. But it seems like if the tablet screen locks, it disconnects, and the only way to get it to work again is to completely restart OBS. So obviously that's not going to work. Um, Maybe it's just because I bought the absolute cheapest connector I could possibly find, but oh well. I'll mess around with that, and hopefully in the future we can do that. But our raid should be starting in how many seconds? About 80 seconds. So we got 28 people. That's actually quite a lot for a regular Skytower. While I'm waiting, I suppose I could knock out a daily quest. Maybe one. Man, this was so last minute. Like I ran inside after getting back from grocery shopping and threw my stuff in the fridge, threw together the laziest thumbnail I could possibly get. Then oh wow, I'm so slow that I don't even think I'd be able to make it to deliver the necklace and back in 60 seconds. But yeah, no, I ran inside. I didn't make coffee or anything. I just threw my groceries in the fridge, put a pot of tea on the candle, and here I am. Barely had time to even try to test out the tablet though, so if there's an easy workaround that I don't know about, I'll find it some other day, I suppose. I actually got a new mount. I just have to re-roll it. Oh, raid time. Now, because it's a guild raid, it does cost 5G to enter, but I think it's worth it. Okay. Now, it's been a really long time since I've seen the mechanics, but if I remember correctly, on the first floor, the way that it used to work is that after a couple seconds, all players would be assigned either a negative or a positive charge, and if you got near somebody with the same charge, it would knock you back. It's been a really long time since I've seen that mechanic go forth. I don't even know if we'll be able to see the boss's HP before the people here nuke it. And I am going to hide players just because I haven't asked these people about being on a live stream, so... Oh, no, this is just a regular nuke floor. It's the second one that's got the plus and minus charges. And as you can see, this is my my first time in the tower. So if I'm lucky, I might be able to get all of the achievements. Alright, so that was just a regular nuke floor. This one should be the core that had the positive and negative charges. Yeah. The move speed won't hurt. So, ideally, I want to get my hands on an Agni set. Agni. This is one of the best sets in the game. I think basically it's only supplanted by the super ultra expensive one that I'm forgetting the name of off the top of my head. But you need Skytower sigils for it. So I've got a super charm on. I figured I could use that to get me some Skytower sigils and hopefully be able to get a piece of Agni. And again, literally you don't even get to see the boss spawn in because it takes so little to kill them. And that's basically what it's going to be like for anything that's a nuke floor, just because this is such an old raid at this point. And we're already 2 sigils. Very nice. I'm actually surprised to see there's even 4 people here. Well, thanks for joining. Feel free to say hi in the chat. Although if I get distracted near the end of a floor, I'm definitely gonna miss one of the chests, that's for sure. Guess the soundtrack I put on is a little on the too quiet side, so I'll turn that up a bit. There we go. But yeah, I think I'll do a I think I will do a private stream later. Oh, I suppose I should explain this floor. Alrighty, so forest essence spawns around the floor, and you've got to deliver it to the arcane brazier. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it. Brazier? Anyway, you deliver that to the fire, and it spawns a fire elemental that will burn down these vibrant trees. Gotta get rid of all the vibrant trees past this floor, but if those trees that spawn in the middle can hit you with the red carpet attacks, it will spawn a whole bunch of little sprites to attack you. So generally you got somebody in the middle that's nuking those trees. As you can see, they're doing an excellent job of that. And yes, Plinko, I agree, they are doing a great job of not nuking the chests so far. Although I suppose I should probably read their directions just in case. This is the auto... Oh, sorry, you can't see because it's actually behind the chat, but this is the auto-translate function in action. Works pretty well. And yeah, I could have been using a mount that whole time, I just forgot. One more tree to go. Wow, we're actually so fast that it hasn't caught up on the messages. We're probably going to be reading those into the next floor. And there we go. I don't think that was me that got them. Turn on your Azurians. Actually, that's a good point. Do I have any? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so these chests drop dragon points, so it is worth using an Azurian stone. I should probably add you as a friend there, Mori. If you're at a if you're in a full party with like people that are quite a bit lower than you and you got a full holy chest, you can get up to like, I think, a couple thousand dragon points from the later chests. I don't remember, it's been quite a while, but I think it was up to like 2,000 was what I was getting with a dragon point party and a and an Azurian. I've got plenty of treasure charms, so yeah, I think I'll just keep using them because we're after the Skytower sigils. 2,500-ish. Yeah, that's what I figured it was. Something about that. My inventory is a mess, so like, you don't need to just remind me, but... Alright, mechanics on this floor. So normally what would happen is your dude would spawn in and he would get like a shield and you'd have to lure him into the fire to break the shield, but we don't do that anymore, we just nuke. Most of the floors are, we used to have mechanics, but now we just nuke. Now, speaking of floors though, don't worry about it when we get there. Oh yeah, he does spawn in the middle, doesn't he? Even though he's been standing there the whole time. This may be a prison, Worms, but it is still my prison. How dare you defile it! Today you will face a grudge that is as old as something that I couldn't read. These guys are actually being very kind on this chest. I have seen much weaker people nuke it much faster. Oh, hey there, isn't it? Good evening. Just got some good tunes and a Skytower raid. Okay, this floor. Boss will spawn really, really quickly. In fact, I think this is the most quick spawning. If there's ever been a mechanic here, I don't remember what it is, because nowadays the boss will usually vanish, like, before some slow people even make it to the middle of the floor. Yeah, I don't know what the mechanic was there in the past. Oh, I should probably use the charm. There we go. I'm not actually so weak that I'm doing 0 damage to it. Yeah, you're 100% instant. These floors are... Nice title. These floors are for equipment that is like around level 60, 70 max. Alright, this floor. This one's actually going to require some people to do stuff. So, purifications towers will spawn on each one of these large dark circles, and you've got to kill the mobs that spawn around it. At the same time, there's a bunch of mobs that spawn in the middle, and we'll actually take some time here. But basically, 1 person per tower should do it nowadays. And if anything, I don't know that I'll be able to clear them as fast as everybody else, so we'll see. I accidentally walked through some of the mud, though. Okay, I will hide players. If the mobs start dying before I can even touch them with my players hidden, it means somebody else is helping me, but again, I didn't ask for permission to show these people on stream. Only Mori, so... Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Like I said, this is like for level 60 to 70 gear, so I wouldn't anticipate having trouble in S10 gear. Although I'm still working on the weapon. And I'm even a flame rav, so this isn't my best skill. And if we look at the map, these will update to 50 when we're at the halfway point. Oh yeah, Plinko, this is total flex. Actually, I think my weapon is the wrong oh no, it is. My weapon is Storm, so it's not even my correct element should be Flame. It's not even the right element. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna have to deal with what I get for a Dragon Point exchange to get my level S15 weapon too. Riveting combat experience, but... Yeah, there's nobody coming over here to... Floor 18, is that hell? Hello! Whoa! Oh, just. Hello, Yi Hong Chen. Now, the Hell floor, back in the day, you'd have to lure Hell to jump into different elemental orbs and then nuke her when this, like, nuke the elemental forms that drop down. But nowadays, we just kill her in the dark mode. Actually, the first time I saw a raid kill her in the dark mode, I was just baffled. I didn't even realize they'd let you damage her. Okay, now this floor should be the bets floor. Basically, there's 3 bosses that spawn in a random order, so you just have to kill each one of them. But people like to have fun betting on which one will spawn first. So I think I shall go for Mr. Zolg over here because my armor has some yellow on it. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think might need to do a little bit quieter on the music. Because we're getting to a bit of the louder ones. And this is just the soundtrack from Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Oh, I was right! Zolg was first! I win. You can see Moriel bet red, but I win. Maybe the people in the other servers didn't do that, because nobody else in the chat did. Because I believe this is a Spanish guild that we're raiding with today. Oh. Oh, it wasn't even an orange. Alright, this floor is the same as the last one, sort of, but you fight the big guy instead of the little guys. Now, the way this guy worked is that he would summon totems that would have different effects, and I'm pretty sure one of them was like a super high defensive one or something, but it's been a really long time, so I don't really remember all that well. Nowadays, there's 0% chance of him lasting long enough to spawn a totem. You know, it's funny, one of the first videos I uploaded was actually where I ran ahead on every floor to record the cutscene, and then stayed behind to watch the cutscene afterwards for every single floor of 1 to 20, because that was the end of the raid back then. So I could go back and look at that, but not the actual mechanics of how the floors were beat at those times. It is a bit silly for them to have put scenes after the chest was defeated, because there's no way anyone would have ever just been sitting around waiting to see what the scene was. Elemental Captain. Oh, I still got my title from the Valentine's Day stream. Oh, let's see. Okay, so there's a little scene up here, if you can get it first. Oh, Mori got it. Oh, come on, you didn't want to let me get the Muddy Chalice? I might have to check to see whether or not it's still, available. I might have made it unlisted. Oh, hey, Sketch! Yeah, totally! People totally play this game still. And I wanted to get the chalice. Alright, so this floor. Another one where you actually still kind of need to know what to do. You just gotta throw water balloons at the fire spirits. And then return to the water pool to grab them. If you time it just right, you can get 2 thrown at once. That guy's not dead. Hello, Celestia. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And don't forget the charm. I might not even have some of these masteries. Maybe I shouldn't just toss them. Max level is currently 140. That's S40. Oh wow, you quit quite a while back. I've only hit S40 on one character so far, and then I got one at high 137 and one at low 137. Was there something back here on this floor? No, no. Nothing special about this floor. I think this floor has always just been a nuke. Oh, from the Dragon Points they got another treasure charm. But I'm going to stick with these ones because I'm after Skytower sigils. If we're lucky, I'll get 25. A million years. I don't know. Depends how much you want to grind. personally, on... Oh, it had mobs that spawned? Yeah, I could have sworn there was something up here before, but I forget. Anyway, let's see. I did the previous cap, 135 to S40, in a couple days, but that was because I was trying to rush it. Nowadays, I can do level 1 to 100 in like 12 hours, and then after that, I usually lose motivation to grind that hard, especially since I'm trying to do so many characters. Boss. Scrub here is actually a fresh account, so I started this account on a live stream series last year, probably right about a year ago right now. Did I miss the chest somehow? How? Ah, I was distracted and something happened. Maybe somebody reset it and I didn't get a hit in, or I missed it. 27 hours for 135 to 140, that's pretty insane. But yeah, no, there's a lot of buffs, items that you can get to increase your experience gain if you're going to crush dungeons. But this particular account is a fresh account. So I don't have very many eidolons, I don't have a lot of move speed, but this is the kind of like the new player experience account. So I've been kind of chilling on this one for a year, not playing it super actively, and I'm already S16, so that's 116. Not too shabby. And yeah, this one's a really, really, really long cutscene, so what's going to happen after the cutscene is there will be 4 bosses in each of the corners, and they've got to die within a certain amount of time of each other. But with how much DPS we have nowadays, I betcha one person could probably kill all 4 within the time limit running around. But yeah, it's like 120 seconds or so. How did I miss the chest on that last floor? I'm gonna have to look back afterwards. That's gonna kill me, because I don't get the achievement for finishing Skytower. Well, yeah, that's what I meant by, like, endgame player, Blinko. Or at least I meant to say endgame player. Oh, look at that. I was right. I didn't have that mastery. I mean... Trying to look for things that I can toss. I don't really want these. Yeah, I've already got this. I don't need that. Perfect floor to prep pizza rolls? It's not like pizza rolls long. It's like pour a cup of tea and check your inventory long, but not pizza rolls long. Ooh, Shuten Doji. Oh, but I already have it. Actually got a really decent selection of new Eidolon statues because they're a great way to fill up your archive here. I've got a pretty decent selection of just the new ones, but very few of the old ones. How the heck did I get Kusanagi? Oh, anyway, these are the 4 bosses. I don't know. I like fire. Or ice. I've always fought ice. Yeah, there's people here. Oh yeah, and the other thing is if you're not in a corner, you take constant damage by being on the floor or something. I don't... Yeah, it's not a challenging floor nowadays, but back in the day, we'd be calling out presents. Oh hey, Nanashi! Yeah! The old tower! Oh yeah, we are taking damage for not being in one of the, magic circles. There we go, I'll clear that. Make sure I make it back to the... Yeah, I do. I think, my main class on bow, you can't really get the extra attacks in because the charging takes too long, but for other classes, normally I would. It's just that these guys are dying so fast, it's not even worth it. Like, man, nowadays on Wizard, because their main attack has like a 0 travel speed, it's extremely fast. Jump casting, you can even hear how ridiculous the amount of hits you're getting in is. Wow. Wow, sorry, I don't feel very eloquent today. It's definitely because I wasn't able to make coffee before I started. Does that mean I have to take the coffee off of my desk? No, I think I'll keep it on there. Ooh, more statues. I started playing on the first day of open beta. I actually started playing on a Wiz that day. But when Bow came out, I switched servers and started again on Bow because I felt like I didn't do a very good job on my first character. Oh, right. I was supposed to explain this floor. Shoot. When the boss spawns, they might despawn and hide in a spot, and if you have a circle around your feet, you can use that circle to investigate the different spots to try and find the guardians, to kill the guardians, to respawn the boss. And yes, Sketch, that means I was playing for like 11 plus years. And hello, Robo. Yeah, I set this title on the live stream that we did for Valentine's Day, so I could change it now, but I'll just keep it a little longer. Summer Rachel. Dang, she's pretty. Pretty far from the next, Thought about quitting? Well, Sketch, I did take a little bit of a break when I was, saving up to move out of my house. Or move out of my parents' house, I suppose I should say. But if it's fun, I don't really need to quit, right? I find it to be a very enjoyable game. I mean, I'm not exactly showing off the enjoyable live combat in this raid because everything is dying instantly. What is the mechanics on this one? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's always surprising how many people stop by saying that they used to play this game a long time ago or they haven't seen it for a while, but you know, if you feel like stopping by, they did just no stun. They did just merge the 4 language servers, so the population has been doing quite well. A lot of active guilds. I mean, this raid doesn't have very many valuable things in it, so there's not a ton of people interested in doing it. But even then, we've got how many? I guess I can't see how many people are in the raid, but I think we were going in with nearly 30 people joining for a raid that's got items that aren't meta in any sense of the word. How am I doing? 8 Skytower sigils. I need 25 for 1 piece of Agni. You know, back in my day, Flockia was the, what? The newest... Okay, we'll start with questions in order. First of all, hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Joel? Leonardo Rossi? Anyway, Robo, what's the newest Eidolon? Good question. If you're talking about ones that have actually been released, I think it was, the Fiery Missy. Fiery? Hold on, let me quickly check on my other screen here. I'm pretty sure Prometheus... Oh no, I guess Beelzebub. Oh, the game crashed. That's what I get for trying to do stuff in a different window at the same time. Trying to show off a game and it crashes on me. Anyway, the most recent Eidolon, I'm pretty sure was Prometheus, but Beelzebub is technically listed above them. It's just that they were released in the opposite order. I'm pretty sure that's where we're at in terms of new Eidolons. No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. What do I think of Grenadier right now? What I think of Grenadier is that I made a, I restarted Grenadier when they buffed it, and I find it to be a lot of fun. Oh, double mount. Is somebody using a double mount? Is that still really a bug? Yeah, just Prometheus, I think they released after Beelzebub. It's just that if you look on the system, or sorry, not the system, the database, they show in the other order. Oh, we're here. Oh yeah, we're above 33. Neat. What classes came out after Ninja? Sorry, back to Grenadier for a minute. I like Grenadier quite a bit. It still has a lightning bounce. A lot of the skills are made faster. And just in general, I think that it's a lot more competitive, especially since your totems and stuff follow you around. If you want to check it out, I've actually got a video of the Grenadier rework where I compare what the skills used to look like with the new ones, so you can actually see what changed about it. Let's see. What classes came out after Ninja? We can just go right in here. So Ninja would have been Shinobi here. So we got Lancer, Guitar, which you can't start as a new player. You have to have at least one character awakened just to be able to make a guitar, because they start at level 85, I want to say? 75. 85 or 75, I forget. Star Caller, that's the one that you play as with the small child body type, like Mori over here. Moriel, you can see Moriel here. Little. We have Whipmaster, and then that's the one that I play as my second best class. Dragon Nunchuck, which is the one that you can only play as a little boy, which is a weird thing to say, but yeah. And then Stellar Saphir, which you can play as any of the 4 body types. But on top of that, they did a full rework for Guardian and Grenadier. So Guardian and Grenadier can also be played as all 4 body types, and they've got brand new skill sets. And of course, a couple classes got really massive buffs without a full rework, like Wizard, absolutely one of the top new classes right now. My Wizard's only 31 though. Anyway, explaining this floor, you're supposed to deliver blood to Aveline, but you can no longer really see what your progress is because her HB bar is kind of bugged, but I don't know if that's because somebody's skills are affecting them, but you can have up to 20 characters now, enough to have one of every class. It's a lot of classes. And that's one of the reasons why I don't level up too fast, is because I try to work on everybody a little bit. Not everybody, but a lot of characters a lot, just because I like to try them all out. Well, I'll probably at least have like 15 by the time we're finished here. I'd call that a win. Oh, right, and I suppose I should mention it, but Lancer and Warbow are supposed to be getting their massive reworks this year, where their skills are all being replaced. So. Is Lightning Manual rare in Para? Yes, and also rare to hit. You know, Plinko, I'm not going to delete my bow to create a chibi bow. I'm just not. That's not going to happen. I can't imagine deleting a Cap character to start again from Chib. So, I wonder if maybe there should be like a recommendation made that they could like introduce an item where you could change between adult and child. I know that it's a bit complicated because you can't have a Guardian Knight, so you might have to like give up all of your Guardian Knights to do that. No, Midday has a level 10 Guardian Knight. I would not give that up to play as a kiddo. Maybe I'll make one on this account. Oh shoot, is her skirt bugged? It is. Let's look at this side so I don't get demonetized. I kind of given up on trying to explain the mechanics, but all I remember about this floor is that you used to get trapped inside bits of web. I think? Something like that. Limited fashion for the little characters, or the kiddo body types, definitely an issue, especially since there's none in the LP store. Oh, hey, Zeoli. Yes, you've got to go into the files for the game and find the one called error.log and change that to read only. Basically, the reason that those particular spots cause lag is it writes a bunch of lines to your error log. So if it can't write the lines, it doesn't lag. It doesn't fix other circumstances of lag, but it does fix the massive spam to your error log. Yeah, I think I'd be happy if we got 15 sigils out of this. This one. This is the giant thorny fairy. I think you were supposed to lure them through the fire to deal damage to them as well or something, but again, we're so high level nowadays that that's not relevant. Nuke. Every floor is a nuke floor if you've got enough DPS. Not really, but... yeah, I did not even get a hit on that freaking boss. Oh. Just charm. Vengeance will be mine. Now, I'm gonna unhide players just because I'm curious. Is there really somebody using a dual mount? Sorry, normally I try to keep players hidden if I haven't asked them for permission to be on stream, but... I mean, I guess say hi to YouTube if you want. I don't see anybody offhand using a dual mount, but maybe they're being sneaky. Yes, it's a file called error.log. Thanks, Plinko. Alright, now for Graham, there used to be a mechanic where he would spawn crystals, including one massive shield crystal, and they would float up in the sky, and there's like buff spots in the corners that you'd have to take in order to pull down a crystal. Paranoid? I'm not sure. Like, being like paranoid? Oh. That. Fluorescent beads. I need more small experience crystals. I've got so many Eidolon fragments going on here, and I'm too lazy to count the correct number that I need for, like, starring up Eidolons. Alright, hell. The only boss that won't instantly vanish because it wasn't actually intended to even be fought. And we still nuke it. You just gotta watch out, because something can still trigger the elemental orbs. Alright, next floor. The next floor is a bit annoying. So, I don't know if it still does it, but the crystals, or you're supposed to use a skill from a buff circle on crystals or spots of darkness that appear up here to get glimmers, and then people using a different buff have to carry the glimmers back to the corner. But it seems like the dark spots don't properly take damage anymore, so they die quite slowly. And I'm not sure whether or not it would be more efficient for me to try and deliver glimmers. Yeah, this one did have a tendency to end some runs for Okay, I'm pulling this out here to shame Mori for attempting to run away. Hiding it back there. Alright, now, I feel like I can probably get the first glimmer, but I don't think I've got anywhere near enough HP to handle any later ones, and this might help. So if we pull the glimmer back, you might be able to get in one more. Yeah, look at that. Shoot, I need some potions, otherwise I'm gonna die. There. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of people getting the, Oh no. There's a lot of people doing the attacking the dark guys. Grab him. Grab him and go. Oops. Sometimes my cursor gets locked to my, or my view gets locked to my mouse for a second. I should put these on my skill bar. Yeah, I need a... Yeah, so, basically for every glimmer you deliver, these orbs along the side, more of them get in, or more of them spawn in, and, you end up taking damage. Just constantly, and the later you are into the floor, the more damage you'll take constantly. So, as you can see, I'm getting hit by a lot of them. But we're not doing bad. Honestly, this is the worst floor if you're not an organized raid, because if the people don't really know what to do, a lot of them just stand out front, like... Because it's scary, there's a lot going on. Shoot, where's my potions? Jeez, I can't even out-heal it with these potions. That's pretty bad. I don't think I'll be able to deliver anymore. Potions... Where's my... My inventory's a mess, I'm sorry. You go there. You go there. Use both. Grab the glimmer. Let's go. Oh, are we done? Yes, we're done. Wow. Honestly, that's really good for that floor. This was very well done. And I even properly contributed. Yay. Gracias por la curas. Thanks for the cures. Ooh, Daybreak Summoner. That's a good title. I'm pretty sure I used that for a very long time. Yeah, I feel like maybe I should have taken the skill for attacking the Umbras to see whether or not it got fixed yet, but I had a lot of fun delivering those and forgetting where I put my potions in my inventory. You know, I wouldn't be surprised, Mori, if it got fixed, because that was way smoother than I was expecting. Anyway, on this floor, what used to happen is if Beeldor got too depressed, 4 Helthams would spawn, and then you'd have to defeat the Helthams. And after you defeat the Helthams, a skull would spawn in and would follow one player, and then you eat 4 players that would get followed by the skulls would have to lure them back to depressed Beelzebub to make him vulnerable again. That will never happen ever again. Maybe part of me wants to see it happen, just cuz. Should I try and stun him? No, he'll die too fast for that. You know, we were throwing around the idea of doing like a raid like it's 2005. Or sorry, 2015, not 2005, jeez. We were throwing around the idea of raid like it's 2015, where make everybody use level 60 gear, and even then, because of the archive, I don't think we'd be able to see all the mechanics again. Yeah. People are just too strong. But I don't know, do you think it would be better to get them to, like, buff up the raid so that it, like, we could see all the mechanics and do it properly again? Or... And then also, of course, add in equivalent good benefits to the drops or something? I don't know, because, a warning, if you do this Skytower, you are locked out of doing the Hero Skytower unless you also do Elite Skytower, and nobody likes doing Elite Skytower because it is equally nothing good that it drops. Nightmare's Realm Skytower. You know? I vibe with the idea. They could release like a separate raid that's the same thing, but like Nightmare version. Lazy and easy, they just have to buff everything, give them pen shields. Otherworld, yeah, you could call it Otherworld Skytower. Right, so on this floor, they are gonna follow Fenrir around the outside ring of this room, and at each spot something is going to happen. Either some mob spawn, or everybody gets a debuff, or something. They'll run around kind of, what is it, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And after all 3 have been, triggered whatever event it is, we'll fight the boss in the middle. So this one was Fenrir spawned. Ooh, kind of laggy. Perhaps the music is a little bit too gentle. Hold on. Oh, mob spawned on this one. There we go. There, it did a bit better. Alright, no debuffs this time. Not that it matters, but if everybody gets a debuff, it's actually kind of fun to watch because everybody's got these like purple dark circles surrounding them. I wouldn't mind a Fenrir statue. Alrighty, this floor. Now this one actually used to be quite annoying. In fact, I think the first time I did Skytower when they added up to 25, this is the floor that we ended on. Because it can do massive debuffs to everybody across the floor. Basically, first boss spawns over here, and every once in a while someone gets turned into a chicken. And yeah, you just literally get turned into a roast chicken. And if the boss catches you while you're a roast chicken, it heals. At the same time, while that's happening, on this half of the room, there's some mobs, and if they survive long enough, they debuff everybody across the floor. Once you have killed our friend over here, I think it's Torian, you know? It's the evil guy. Dark Fenrir, Bad Dream Fenrir. Anyway, after you beat that, Another boss spawns over here that kind of just comes out, and you still have the little mobs that can debuff everybody on the floor if they survive long enough, but it's actually quite chaotic now that I think about it. Basically, the first time that we were doing it, Fenrir kept chomping on chicken and healing, and we kept getting hit with the debuffs, so eventually it got to the point that we just didn't have enough damage left to even outdo the healing that Fenrir was getting. So, as for us today, we'll be lucky if we can even see both bosses. Like, if they last long enough that we can see them. Huh? Alright, well we handled that. And here's where the other guy's gonna spawn. Not bad. Literally, these guys didn't even see them until after the bosses died. And if I was hitting the right buttons, I would have actually attacked them. Waking Nightmare. Whoop. My card collection is very bad on this account. Don't look at it. That song's almost over. Skip down to another one that's not peaceful. We only got 2 more floors to go. Right, what is this one? Sometimes I need the boss to spawn before I can remember what the mechanics were. Drunk Bunny? Yes. So on this floor, there will be 5 casks of, barrels of alcohol that spawn in. We knock them out, then the bunny boss will spawn, and you have to drag the bunny boss into the alcohol to be able to damage it. And if I remember correctly... Oh, look at that. I literally couldn't even target it before it was down. A Fenrir would also spawn after a bit. Oh, and he spawned inside it. Fenrir would spawn after a bit and drink up the alcohol, so if you run out of alcohol spots, you couldn't beat the boss anymore, something along the lines of that, but there was chicken on the ground and you could, oh yeah, you can use the drumsticks to distract Fenrir. Drop food. What other games do I play? You know, the truth is I actually play Aura Kingdom probably the most out of any games, but as far as MMOs go, you kind of expect that. I'm also a fan of Genshin Impact because I'm a sucker for a good anime-style game. Huge fan of Tales of series. Big fan of Tales of. And Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming out this month, and I'm planning on live streaming that if the music won't get muted during the live streams. In fact, I was thinking about playing it today just in the background to see if it would work, but I decided against it because I don't know what I'd have to do to get the music, get the audio back if it got muted. So I'll do that in a private test stream later. You know, I have tried Wuthering Waves, and I liked the combat. I did find it quite fun, but something about it wasn't clicking. Probably the fact that I can't play that many gacha games. And by that many, I mean literally I can't keep up on one gacha game properly. I did think it was a very pretty looking game, and like the combat itself was fun though. Oh shit, was I not using charms on those floors? This floor is the one where if Fenrir goes into the right mode, you have to throw 10 bombs at him from around the room or something? Oh no, it was the magnet. You have to use this magnet for something or other. I don't remember the details, but I remember there were boxes around the room. Even I'm getting 1,000 dragon points here. That's not bad. How much do I think I spent? Oh boy, probably 150 tops. I spent extremely little over 11 years in Aura Kingdom. I was free to play for the first 8 years. I spent a little bit because after all that time I thought, you know, maybe I should spend a little bit to support them. And then, because that was during the pandemic when I had a little bit more spare money around. But yeah, no, I'm no, Canadian dollars actually, so that's less, probably the equivalent of like $100 US. So yeah, no, I spend very little on online games because I'm a poor broke Canadian and the exchange rate is miserable for every game. Alright, so on this floor, what was supposed to happen is there would be mobs that would run across the floor and hit you, and there was 3 soups that could spawn to give them buffs and stuff. But now it's just a nuke. Oh, hello, Krisha! Oh, thanks for supporting me! But we are basically at the end of the tower now, and by basically I mean I'm about to walk out and we'll be done. What is my level 140 gear score? You know, the truth is I took her gear off because I've only got one set of the level S30 stuff, and they don't have a S40 gear out yet. Geez, it's probably like, I don't know. A gear score is kind of irrelevant nowadays because it depends more on your stats, right? I suppose, like I said, I could switch over, but my my S40 character doesn't have gear on right now. I mean, I'm also a million gear score on this character, but gear score doesn't tell the full picture, though it's the same way that it used to, because there's a lot of archive now. And if we want to look at archive, not doing anywhere near as good here. Oh, jeez. Plinko's at 3,353,000 for gear score? Well, alright, since you asked so nicely. I'll quickly stop by my character that's actually got my level S30 gear. Oh, yeah, that's the Valentine's Day loading screen. And then we'll call it for the day, because I would really like to have a coffee. If you're just stopping in now, yeah, my, I was out getting groceries when, it was actually Plinko. I'm gonna name and shame Plinko. Plinko was like, hey, you should probably, do a Skytower on Scrub. And I was like, you know what, I should. So I ran home from groceries, quickly made up a thumbnail, which is why I've got a miserable thumbnail, and then jumped in. So I didn't even get a coffee. Hey, look at that, I got my password right on the first try. Level cap is 140. This is my 140 character midday, but like I said, she doesn't have any gear. And Sketch wants to see the gear score, so I'll just quickly stop by my guy that's got some gear. He doesn't have a S35 weapon yet, though, so he's not peak yet. And then that's it. Then we're going. Actually, that was less than an hour. Yeah, Plinko's gear's better than mine, so there's that. I'm at 3 million. Just over 3 million. Yeah, I could fort that up, but I don't know that it would really be worth it. Yeah, it's not bad. What's Plinko asking me to wait for? Oh, Plinko's not even on S30 gear, yeah, so Plinko's definitely a lot stronger than I am. See, I don't have a super fancy I don't have a super fancy anima. Just using Agni and a regular old set here. I don't even really have that fancy of a Holy Spirit, but those are a little bit harder to get your hands on. Actually, you know what? Yesterday in the Hero Skytower, I got enough of the Olympus cups to buy a an anima from the Dragon Point store, but I haven't decided which one I want yet. So I don't know. I don't know if any of these have any of the visual stuff anyway. Where? Oh. Can you imagine farming for Gainy? Yeah, I'll have to look through these and decide which one is best, but there might be one of these that's at least better than my Otohime one. But you can definitely tell that I don't spend a lot of money in game based off the fact that I don't actually have a whole bunch of the real fancy gear stuff. But anyway, that is going to be it for the day then. Thank you so much to everybody that showed up. This was just a really random, impromptu, unplanned stream here. So really appreciate even just seeing 12 people show up. So thanks, and we'll catch you next time, hopefully when I've got a little bit more planned. There are videos that I'm working on. There's stuff that I'm working on. It's taking so long. Thank you so much, Stefan. Linko, Sietch, Akrusha, who else was around all this time? Resonant, thanks for stopping by. And thanks, Nanashi. See you. Enjoy your Monster Hunter. And Clayton as well. Goodbye. I'm gonna feel bad if I missed somebody now. I probably shouldn't try to remember everybody's names as I'm going. I should be writing them down or something. Bye!